pretty adjustable. So that you don't
Check 1-1.
So it shows okay on the light. You know what accident was that? How do we turn on the fans?
Oh, yeah, the Beach Boys one. Yeah, we did that.
There we go.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's that? When you stand up, sit
I just wanted to clarify.
well, maybe.
Oh, those are the August dates, right?
Yep. That's when I first wore 17 green.
No, that's because we already talked about it.
Right. I thought I was right as most. The one that most.
a little singing?
Communities.
Community sing, can you hear?
Not on. Oh, just have to get closer to it. That's what.
Is
they
this one
always
on?
tell us,
Yeah,
right?
this one's on. Okay. For our first one, we're going to do Come and Go With Me. And if you want to follow in the teal hymnal, it's 10:18. And Bill's going to accompany this on
It's only
this
5
one.
till 10.
I know.
10:18 in the book.
10:18 in the book. Thank you, Shells. 4 bars. Freedom. Come and go. Freedom in that land. There'll be freedom in that land. There'll be freedom in that land. Where I'm bound, where I'm bound. There'll be freedom in that land. There'll be freedom in that land. There'll be freedom in that land. Where I'm bound. There'll be justice. There'll be justice in that land. There'll be justice in that land. There'll be justice in that land. Where I'm bound, where I'm bound. There'll be justice in that land. There'll be justice in that land. There'll be justice in that land where I'm bound. All right. Kind of getting the dust off. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do one that Julie taught us a while back. And this one is called Walking With You. Walking With You. Okay, so this one's a cappella. And I'll start it. It's very simple. Walking with you, walking with you, walking with you is my prayer. Everybody. Walking with you, walking with you, walking with you is my prayer. Singing. Singing with you, singing with you, singing with you is my prayer. Dreaming. Dreaming with you, dreaming with you, dreaming with you is my prayer. Being with you, being with you, being with you is my prayer. All right, we'll get ready for service.
Me and Matt are going to spend the night Thursday night with your friend.
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Church of Lincoln. My name is Charlie Ahern. He, him, his. and I am the worship associate of this church. There's a bug. Over the last few years, the way we have met has changed, but whether in person, on Zoom, or on a YouTube live stream, or some way of being that we cannot yet imagine, worshiping together is a chance to deepen our connection with the sources of meaning in our lives, and to proclaim who we are and what we are about. Throwing open the doors of our congregation and proclaiming the radical love and welcome that is at the heart of our faith. At this time, Mary Kay Stillwell has a few announcements, and welcome.
Good morning, beloveds. Good morning. I'm Mary Kay Stillwell, a member of the Board of Trustees, and I want to offer a special welcome to everyone who's attending for the first time. I have a few announcements to share, and I'll introduce our guests for today. Parents and guardians, you are invited to a parents' retreat on Saturday, July 19th, starting at 10 a.m. and ending with a brunch and conversation in the gallery. So please join us and help us learn how to best support you, the parents and caregivers of our children. Talk to Abby, our youth ministry coordinator, if you have any questions. Next up in the summer Indigenous programming is movie night at the Ross. Oyesa, the Soul of an Indian, tomorrow night, Monday, July 14th, 7:15. This is a documentary, and it follows Eastman's path from traditional Dakota boyhood through education at Dartmouth, and in later roles as a physician, author, lecturer, and Native American advocate. So that's at the Ross, 13th and R. You can pick up a flyer about all the events that have been planned for the month right outside at the table. It gives me real pleasure to introduce our guests. Marcy Sue Black is a member of the Oto Missouri, the Jawi Natachi, and an Iowa descendant. Her artistic endeavors have included painting and drawing in an array of mediums: graphic design, digital art, traditional indigenous mediums such as sewing regalia, beading, making jewelry, leather handbags, and belts with her company, the Black Elk Creations. Black has branched out further in her artistic pursuits as associate producer and script screener with Dear Woman Productions. She's ready to share her unique perspective as a mother, daughter, sister, auntie, artist, and member of a large Indigenous community. Of all the things that Black's been a part of, two stand out as her magnum opus, both in the gravity of meaning and the service to her people, the people of her tribe. Marking the Heart, and the documentary for walking the footsteps of our ancestors. Marking the Heart was a program that provided headstones for unmarked graves of enrolled Oto Missouri tribal members. Black designed Oto Missouri florals, clan animals, and artwork for the headstones that honored legacies and helped families heal. The Walking in the Footsteps of Our Ancestors documentary, and the project as a whole, has given her so much happiness and meaning in life, on top of sharing beautiful stories, history, and the voices of her people. Lena Black may well look familiar to her. During the 2024 celebration of Oto Missouri Day, she represented her tribe by way of the halftime video at the September 20th Husker football game. She spoke about, among other things, the resilience and homecoming of her tribe. The Oto Missouri, this was their last chosen land here in Nebraska, in southeast Nebraska. It includes Lancaster County and our city of Lincoln. Lena is a Oto Missouri princess, and she's danced at Oto Missouri Day celebrations since they began. This past year, she left her Oklahoma home to study graphic design at the University of Nebraska. She'll be a senior this coming fall. And close to my heart, since I was in the English department for a while, she was awarded the 24-25 Loris Award for Visual Art, which is a big honor indeed. The artwork of both of the Blacks, our mother and daughter guests today, will be featured in an upcoming exhibit, Reflections of Our People, Our Ways, Our Lands, this September at the Great Plains Art Museum. The exhibit, which runs through September 5th through December 20th, will feature 25 Otoe, Missouri artists. And so you'll want to add this to your fall calendar as well. Thank you. Thanks, Charlie.
The Unitarian Church of Lincoln aspires to be a loving community, uniting reason with spiritual exploration to transform ourselves and our world. We have a big vision here. We know that creating a loving community begins with welcome. So whether this is your first time here or your 500th, if you came here hopeful or heartbroken, whatever your age, gender, skin color, whomever you love, you are welcome. As we enter into worship, take a moment to center yourself in this place. Find a comfortable place for your body. Take a few deep breaths. And let us continue into worship with our chalice lighting. So now I have our chalice lighting. Our chalice lighting comes from the sacred tradition of the Ojibwa of North America. Grandfather, look at our brokenness. We know that in all creation, only the human family has strayed from the sacred way. We know that we are the ones who are divided, and we are the ones who must come back together to walk in the sacred way. Grandfather, Sacred One, teach us love, compassion, and honor, that we may heal the earth and heal each other. Now, please join me in hymn 360, Here We Have Gathered.
Come and step inside.
have our time for all ages, so everyone who wants to be a kid or is a kid, please come up.
Here's A Kissing Hand for Chester Raccoon by Audrey Penn. Chester Raccoon was very sad. He looked at his mommy and cried. "I don't want to go to school," he said. "I want to stay home by your side. I'll read my books and play with my friends and play with my favorite toys. Please, may I stay home with you? I won't make a noise." Mrs. Raccoon squeezed Chester's hand and nuzzled him on his ear. "You're going to love Owl School," she said. "I promise there's nothing to fear. And I have a wonderful secret to share that will make your nights away seem as warm and cozy as your days at home, where we sleep and read books and play." Mrs. Raccoon opened Chester's hand wide and kissed the center of his palm. Chester's eyes popped and his black mask tingled as the kissing hand raced up his arm. Chester would feel his mother's kiss leap straight into his heart. "With a kissing hand," said Chester's mom, "we'll never be apart. Just press your hand upon your cheek and feel that loving glow. It's mommy saying I love you, wherever you may go."
going to share a poem by Annette Arkakita, Too Much for the Average Indian. Some days are just too much when I take an inventory of the day, week, year, century, millennium. I realize there is much work to do. We are shown in many ways that this life is not easy for Indians. Thank you, Heshta Ketamis, for giving my relatives and me a sense of humor, because some days the grass don't grow and the wind don't blow just quite right. Some days the spirits surround us and put an extra fancy dance in our step as we walk, endowing us.
So now we'll take a little time to sit in silence, so be comfortable. And I'll give us 30 seconds of silence, which may seem longer than 30 seconds. So you can remain seated, and we're going to sing hymn number 16, "'Tis a Gift to be Simple."
Every Sunday during the month, we're getting a sampling of Otoe, Missouri history. Last week, we heard how they came from the Great Lakes down to our region, and they separated into two tribes, the Otoe and the Missouri. We pick up their history the summer of 1804. The Otoe and the Missouri were the first tribes to hold council with Lewis and Clark in their official roles as representatives of the president. That's President Jefferson. The captains presented to the chiefs a document that offered peace while at the same time established the sovereignty of the U.S. over the tribe. That was in the area that we call now Fort Calhoun. Unfortunately, contact with Europeans also brought new diseases. Smallpox decimated both tribes and weakened their hold on the region. The Missouri tribe lost many people to disease and warfare with other tribes that killed many of their warriors. In the late 1700s, with a few people remaining, the Missouris went to live with their relatives, the Otoes. Remember, they were all part of the Ho-Chunks originally. The Otoe, Missouri were predominantly hunter-gatherers. They did grow and harvest corn, beans, squash, but this mostly subsistence farming was intended to supplement the bison and other game that made up the majority of the Otoe, Missouri diet. As was their tradition, the tribes would migrate to follow the buffalo, but they stayed in the general area of Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, and Kansas. The traditional lands of the Oto-Missouri were desirable farming lands to the settlers from the east, and more settlers came to Oto-Missouri land, and the tribal people fought to protect it. Although a small tribe, the Oto-Missourians bravely fought any who attacked them, including white settlers who had essentially squatted on tribes' land. This created conflict for the U.S. government, and they took action to protect the settlers. In 1855, the Oto-Missouri people were confined by the U.S. government to a reservation on the Big Blue River in southeast Nebraska. And we'll pick up their story next week.
This, excuse me, this is a Share the Plate Sunday. The Unitarian Church of Lincoln's Share the Plate program is a visible and tangible way for us to support our partners in the community. Every year, the congregation votes on 10 local nonprofits, and all designated offerings during this month will go to that nonprofit. This month's Share the Plate recipient is the Student Support Fund, which is part of Walking in the Footsteps of Our Ancestors. Margaret Jacob will now tell us a bit about their work, and hopefully she will introduce herself. I don't have an introduction.
Good morning, everybody. It's really wonderful to be here. As Charlie mentioned, my name's Margaret Jacobs. I've been in Lincoln for 21 years. I'm a professor of history at the university, but also the director of our Center for Great Plains Studies. And we started a relationship with the Oto-Missouri, and really formally, I guess, 2022. And I want to thank the Unitarians, because you've been involved in this relationship and this journey with the Oto-Missouri since the very beginning in 2022. You hosted a dinner here the first time the Oto-Missouri came up. You met our delegation of 4 who started this in May of 2022. You've been just stalwarts of support, and hosting this program this summer is so wonderful. Thank you so much for all that you do. You're just an incredible part of this community, and I'm so grateful for you. So we started off as a really scrappy little project. We had no funding. We just kind of like patched things together in 2022, but we came to the attention of a national foundation, the Mellon Foundation, which invited the Center for Great Plains Studies to apply for a big grant from them to support our work. And then we started being able to really dream big about what we wanted to do. And we created a project that the Oto-Missouri named the Walking in the Footsteps of Our Ancestors project. And we have 2 main goals: reconnecting the Oto-Missouri to this place, one of their homelands, and engaging the non-native community here in this area of southeast Nebraska with Oto-Missouri people, their history, their culture, and art, and creating a future together in this place. And so I think it's probably obvious to you why this might be important to the Oto-Missouri, because this is their land, and what a rupture to be removed from this land. What a heartbreak. And so I think it's obvious why they would want to reconnect. But why should we want to engage? Why we natives, non-native people in this region, why should we want to engage? Well, I'm a historian, so I believe it's part of being a healthy, thriving community, not to deny your history or hide from it, but to face up to it. And again, I commend you for facing up to this history that maybe not you or even your ancestors, but the people who settled this area were part of this history of displacing the Oto-Missouri. And it's so important to face up to that history. And it's really a step in creating or strengthening our community. So I'm very, very grateful to all of you for that as well. So what we've been doing, we've had Oto-Missouri Day. This was a request from the Oto-Missouri people when they met with the mayor in May of 2022. Could we have an Oto-Missouri Day? And she said yes immediately, and we started planning, and we've done it 3 years now. We're doing our 4th year. We invite you to that. It's September 20th this year at Mahoney State Park. We hope you'll come and join us. We've been putting up new historical markers, or we haven't done it yet, but we're writing them and working on that. As Mary Kay mentioned, we have an art exhibition opening on September 5th at the Great Plains Art Museum, which is right across the street from the Lead Center. And we'll be having a reception for the artists on September 19th. Before Oto-Missouri Day, we'll hope you join us for that as well. And if you want to come for a tour, let us know. We can do some individual tours as well. One of the most exciting things we're doing, and I know many of you know about this because I saw you there yesterday, where we started a garden project, and about 15 tribal members, including Marcy and Lene, came up in April to help dedicate and bless the garden. And we've been growing squash and beans and sunflowers and sunchokes and prairie turnips, and we're trying to watermelons, sacred tobacco, things like that. And thank you to all of you again who've been participating in that. Long term, we are working with the city on several things: new signage in our parks, a public mural. And the big project we're doing with them is in a new park. We're working on a ceremonial ground for the Oto-Missouri. And another long-term project we have with the Wachiska Audubon Society is doing an art trail in the Prairie Pines Preserve that Wachiska just acquired. And even longer term, really big dreams, hopefully happen in my lifetime, I'm hoping, is we want to get a permanent presence for the native Oto-Missouri people back here with land back that they would own, that they would control, that they would decide what they want to do with. And that's our big dream overall. But another thing we're doing, which I think is part of reconnecting the Oto-Missouri, engaging non-native people, and also creating a permanent presence here, is supporting Oto-Missouri students to come study at the University of Nebraska. And so my husband, many of whom you may know, Tom Lynch, he and I decided that we would put some money into a student support fund, which the nature of that, it's not a scholarship. We're not calling it a scholarship, and the reason is that a scholarship, as we were told, could only support tuition, but we wanted to support any student expenses, so room and board, books, anything a student needed help with as they're trying to navigate the academic system. And so we decided to put up some money for that each year, and then we've been fundraising to try to match the funds, because I mean, you may think professors are wealthy, but we're not as wealthy as we'd like to be, or any of you would like to be. But so we're trying to fundraise for that, and we started a fundraising in April, and we've almost met our goal. Our goal is $5,000, which we're matching with $5,000, and we're close. We're about $4,000. So your contributions would be greatly appreciated to that. I'll be in the lobby after the services if you have any questions for me. Again, I'm really grateful to you all. You are just such a wonderful part of this community. Thank you so much.
Thank you. As a reminder for this morning, any loose cash or checks made to the Unitarian Church of Lincoln with WFOA in the memo line will go to walking in the footsteps of our ancestors, the Student Support Fund. You may also text your offering to UC Lincoln and the amount to 73256 and designate Share the Plate. That's UC Lincoln and the amount to 73256 with the designation of Share the Plate. As the next piece of music plays, will the ushers please come forward? The offering will now be gratefully received.
I'll do a introduction in my language. Aha, wodi mitawe. Lene blacking anganeki. Huma najre pimi inganeki. Juere nutachi neki. Huma akirajeki. Which is Oto for hello, hello all of my relations. My name is Lene Black. My Oto name is Elk with Big Heart, and I am Otomazurya and part of the Elk clan. And here's my mom.
So I'm Mom. Hanwei that's Good Day in Oto. So I just want to share our story. Margaret touched on a lot. In 2022, it started with a small delegation, and then the next year we had our first Oto Missouri Day, and each year it's grown, and we have learned a lot and met a lot of good people, and we've gained family like Margaret. She's become Auntie Margaret, and that relationship is, one that's going to last forever. We just adore her and think so much of her. So being welcomed back, well, let's start with this. So coming up here, I don't think any of us knew what we were getting ourselves into. It was a good idea, we're coming back to our homelands. But honestly, to me, it didn't feel like my homelands. I didn't have the connection to it. That's growing now. But I grew up in Oklahoma, and all my family's there. My tribe's there. We have the tribal agency headquarters. That's where we have our annual powwow, annual winter encampment. So that's all I ever knew. And I believe they didn't talk about it too much because there was, pain of moving. Yeah, there was a disconnect. But in just these few years, we've really grown to love this place, and it really feels like home. I think it's been about a month and a half since we've been up here last, and it's like, it feels like a long time because Lanae's going to school here, and I know she got lonely because we're so close, and so I came up here a lot, and by a lot I mean like multiple times a month, and then sometimes staying for a week or more. And so I really did build this relationship up here and going out on the land. My first time to the Platte River, it was a very beautiful moment. We were filming for the Walking in the Footsteps of Our Ancestors documentary, and we were going out to sites, and we went to the Platte, and I can't fully put into words the feeling I got, and I'm probably gonna cry. So I had a leather belt on that I had made. I had my moccasins. I had all my native jewelry, and so we were down there shooting, and then we were done. I was like, "Are we done? Are we done? Are we going anywhere else?" And they were like, "No, we're done." So I just I took all of my things that could get ruined by water. I just took it off real quick, and I was out in the river, and it was beautiful. Knowing for sure that that's a place. It was over by Iatan, and we had a village there. I knew for a fact my people had been on that shore, and we're filming, and I'm thinking, through my mind, I'm thinking I could see kids, ancestors, playing and walking, and when I finally got out, I was in the water. I didn't just walk out there. I just went and sat, and it was just sitting there, having the water run around me, and it was like I was being held by the water, like I was home. And so when I finally got out and I was walking back to the car, I had to stop because just this feeling came all through my body. It felt like a weight had been lifted. And I have a brother, Gene, and he said, that's powerful. That's all my ancestors, letting me know that they were there with me. So in that time, Lanae has become deeply in love with this this town, the people of the Unitarian Church. And she decided she would be coming to school after she graduated 2 years at a community college in Oklahoma. So she transferred up here last year. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? It was really hard because we were so close, like very close. And so anytime you see me, you see her. And so this it's a 7-hour trip from home to here. And so that was hard. But she's come to love this place so much that she decided to come and go to school on our land.
And what I feel like the Walking the Footsteps project helped with is bringing us there and then making us have a space there to be. So even if and there was a large disconnect from knowing my home was in Oklahoma and none of my family has ever left Oklahoma for school, and so it was really something so different that not like a lot of tribal people do either, because we stay within our tribe, we stay with our people, we stay with our family, and so leaving was extremely different, and I didn't really know how to navigate that at first, but I had to return to the land at times, and there was one time specifically when it was really, really tough in the beginning, and I went out to the Shoemaker Marsh, and I was just sitting out there, and I was finding a place to cry, and this guy came out of this, like, one of the places where the tiger beetles are, and he was holding one of those big cameras, and he was like, "Are you here for the beetles?" And I was like, not really.
I just came here to cry.
But he showed me the beetles, and I was like, that's this, I don't know, it felt like this cosmic way of being like, find joy and find the laughter and those kinds of things. And so, like, yeah, Lincoln has genuinely become such a place that I feel resonates with me in a way that I feel like I see a future for my people here, and it's been such an honor to be able to even be a part of it. So
Yeah, that her going to the marsh, she had gotten really homesick that day, and so she was thinking of what she could do to make herself feel better, and she's like, I'm just gonna go out and be on the land. And so out of that came I just went to cry, but then this cute little old guy came and taught me more about the Beatles. I think Lene so she touched a little bit on we don't leave family. So I feel like we as a people, we may not be the richest, but we are rich in culture and family. So a lot of times we don't leave. We stay there at home, so that we have all their tribal ceremonies, events, and things we go to. We have our family there, and multi-generational homes. That's the norm. So for Lene to do that was very brave for her to decide to come up here and be a grown-up, and I'm really proud of her. I think that's about it. We're just really glad that you guys had us here today. Thanks for holding space for us. Our story is just one of many from our tribe, and it carries pain, strength, love, and I'm just glad that we have so many good people that are here for us, for my daughter, So, is there anything else you would like to say? I think that's it. So I'm going to wrap it up and just appreciate everyone.
Warigrohiki.
Warigrohiki.
Please, excuse me. Please rise and join me in hymn number 1064 in the Teal hymnal, Blue Boat Home.
I'll be reading Fresh Meaning by Joy Harjo, Conflict Resolution for Holy Beings. Bless the poets, the workers for justice, the dancers of ceremony, the singers of heartache, the visionaries, all makers and carriers of fresh meaning. We will all make it through despite politics and wars, despite failures and misunderstandings. There is only love.
I have a blue box. Sort of like blue home.
First of all, thank you for being here today. Thank you for the opportunity that you give us to be included. There's nothing like being included. Intentionally, of course. Anyways, we're going to go home, but before going home, I want to sing with you, I want to play with you, I want to include you, and by including you, I mean I brought about 20 of these chachas. This is just the main percussion instrument of the Andes, made of llama and goat hooves. We find them everywhere. You know, llamas and goats shed them every so often, and kids, you see them picking them up everywhere. So, Erica, would you hand one to whoever would like to play with me and sing with me, all right? We have plenty of them. There's a whole box. So Erica will go around. Yes, and she does such a great job. Yes, handing those. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. Very good. Very good. Uh-huh. Yes, yes. Right? Yes. So let's practice a little bit. So the rhythm is. I'll stop the song if I don't hear everyone and helping me here, all right? So whenever you feel comfortable, just join me and we'll go from there. want you all to hum with me to the rhythm.
Go in peace.
it.